read Prince Lestat yet or no? The Anne Rice.
No.
Did you get it?
No,
Not
I
yet?
didn't.
Okay, I really
I'm
want to
the
check
worst.
that out.
Is it a backstory about Lestat?
I can't
Yes.
keep it going. I heard about that though. Yeah.
My vampire
So you're reading this book about that doll, the person who, those two.
I haven't started it yet. The Miniaturist?
Yes, the
Or
miniaturist.
The Light Between Oceans. I
Yeah,
remember
the-
Light
no, the
Between Oceans was a great book, by the way.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, I know,
Excellent.
I
They're gonna
know.
make that into a movie.
Are they?
Yes.
See,
I
that's
think
I'll
Michael
watch the film.
Fassbender. I think that's how I say his name. He's gonna be the lead.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's slated to be the
There's
lead.
such a moral dilemma in it,
Yes.
and it's hard. It's hard when you
It is.
watch it. It's
Yeah, or when you read it, yeah, when you're reading it, it's very hard.
So can you give us a bit of a synopsis about the story? Just go ahead. It's fine. Like a little, just a small thing. Like it's about what?
Okay,
I think
so
the couple-
all right, so basically a couple finds a baby.
Yeah.
And they're in charge of a lighthouse. The husband's in charge of a lighthouse, and ultimately they decide to keep this baby, even though they know that they should turn the baby in, and they end up raising the baby as their own. And when they go back to the mainland, they realize that they find someone who's missing a baby, and this person doesn't know that that's the baby.
The couple that kept the baby, they had been going through years of miscarriages.
Yes.
And they were trying
Stillbirths,
to conceive,
yeah.
and there was a lot of pain. They buried a lot of
Yeah.
children, and it's interesting just looking at a woman who's trying to conceive and that pain, and then what leads somebody to make a morally ambiguous decision as to keep a baby that washes up on shore.
Yeah.
And it was in a little boat, and the dad was, I think, dead, right?
Yes.
And they buried him and kept the baby.
Yes.
They kept wanting to return it the next day, and then it never
Yeah.
happened. The baby grew on them, and they fell in love with it, and they didn't return it. So it's just interesting, just seeing the psychological, the interior mind of somebody who deals with such issue.
Right. And then
You know,
also
that
you
was
have the husband's
fascinating.
perspective, the wife's perspective, and then you find out what happened, what the baby's actual history, her former family, their perspective. And it's a very good story, Yeah.
What's it called again?
The Light Between Oceans.
The Light Between Oceans.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting book.
Yeah, it's fascinating though, because there are a lot of underlying themes: forgiveness, redemption, and going through ranges of emotions. I mean, just in between the two main characters, John and Isabel, there's so much emotions between them that could be, analyzed. And it's a good
Because he was so very morally strict. So yeah, he was very.
the secret
moral-
was
like,
eating him.
it was
alive.
eating him, but he loves his wife, and he knows the love his wife has for that baby. So sometimes, as I like, and I've said this before, sometimes things aren't black and white. People want to see things as black and white because
Yeah.
it's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy. My life is secure and calm when
Right,
things are black and white.
right.
But there are gray areas in life.
Yeah,
There are always
gray
gray
areas,
areas,
yeah.
when you don't know if what you're doing is the right thing or not.
Yeah.
You question that.
Yeah. And also a reminder that you can't undo what's been done.
Yeah.
Sometimes in life you can't take things back.
Yeah.
And it's about give and take. What happens when you go through a trauma. If someone loses a child for 5 years and they haven't seen them, if the child is returned to you, that child will no longer see you as mother. It's heart-wrenching. And as a mother, if you've missed a child for 5 years and then suddenly the child sees you as a complete stranger, it's heart-wrenching.
Devastating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and then that person, that mother could harbor feelings towards the people that take them. Like, they stole this child from me. They stole all these years from me, and that has to be, in order for you to move on, you have to let go.
Interesting. It's interesting we bring up this topic. In our next show, we're gonna have one of our reporters in the field, Iman Hanif. She's gonna be doing a report on two families. The topic is about adoption. It's about a Muslim family who has gone and adopted a couple of children and their stance on that, and then another couple who are actually they don't believe that adoption is allowed in Islam, and we're gonna explore these different opinions and see what is the Islamic view of adoption, because it's been a taboo subject. We don't see a lot of Muslim families take in foster children or go out and adopt. A lot of families think that it's completely prohibited in Islam, so we're gonna get to the bottom of this in our next episode.
That's great.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's an interesting topic. There are so many kids without homes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my question to the world, to the Muslim world. If it was today's time, and Prophet Muhammad as an orphan needed a family, would you adopt him? He's an orphan. What would you do? And I would love to hear from you. If you can send us emails about your opinion, we'll read some of your emails out to our viewers. We'd love to hear from you.